how many of you watched Shatoria'S diary session last night, but I did. And as far as I'm concerned, there's a lot of shit going on between these two people. Yeah. As much as they tried to pretend like all was well, like they were cool, nothing was going on, although Sean expressed himself a bit, even the way he expressed himself, guys, I did not buy it. I did not buy it. See, it just seemed to me like there was just a lot of secrets, that those two are hiding. And I've got my theories, so I'm going to share on this video, all right? Aside Sean and Victoria's diary session, the rest of the pairs had their diary session last night, all right? So I'm going to touch up briefly on some of them that actually stood out, all right? Basically, that's what we're going to be talking about on this particular episode of Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. So please make sure you watch to the end. Do not skip out on any part, all right? And officially, you're all welcome to my channel. My name is Gloria Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah, and I am the girl with the T. Guys, if you are new here and you are yet to become a part of this community, please do not hesitate to subscribe, all right? To those of you that are new subscribers, you're especially welcome. Thank you so much for choosing to joining this family, this community. If you are a returning viewer, returning subscriber, you are warmly welcome. All right, now quickly, let's dive right into it. If you all recall, I had put out a video yesterday where I mentioned in details that I'd noticed the distance between Sean and Victoria, the Shatoria'S pair. Yes, I'd noticed a sudden strain in their relationship. Ladies and gentlemen, the fact is, it's not even it seems as though, the fact is that right from the very moment Sean started this ship or whatever it is with Wani, there's just been this sudden distance between himself and his partner. Since those two people got into the house, they had never sat down together to have a proper conversation, a one-on-one conversation, just like other pairs had been doing in the house. The only time that I had seen these people with my two eyes, as much as I take out a lot of time to watch the show, was yesterday. And the only reason they sat down to talk, in fact, they weren't even discussing, they were actually working together in preparation for their coming Wager Task presentation that is set to happen on Friday. That's tomorrow. Yes. I mean, guys, these two act like they are enemies. They act like they are on two opposing pairs, that is just set out to destroy each other's game in the house. It looks so unreal. It looks very unbelievable to me because they both have poker faces. Yes, they've got this straight face that is really difficult to read. When they feel something, it's like their face is quite emotionless. You can't easily read their facial expression. You can probably best read their body language, but when it comes to that face they have, you can't easily read it because they barely show expression on their faces. Hence the reason I am even very skeptical about Sean's investment in that ship he is currently building with Wani. So I was watching both of them in the diary room, and guys, there was no synergy whatsoever. It was even a source of concern for Big Brother, to the point that Biggie had to spend a lot of time, questioning them about how they've been, working together as partners, how it's been going for them. This is something that Biggie did not actually spend a lot of time asking other pairs, but when it came to the Shatoria'S pair, Biggie spent a lot of time on this matter. At some point, I even wondered, like, Biggie, are you trying to settle their fight? That is, if there's actually a fight going on, But then, revelations started coming out, which in my personal opinion are scripted revelations, because it did not look like these two people are actually serious about this and they're talking about it. It's probably just all part of their act, to enhance their game. So Sean was saying things like Victoria is not that one person he can easily connect to. Guys, I'm just paraphrasing what the explanation he gave, for his distancing himself away from her. He had said that she's not a person, she's not the type of person, like she's not his type of person that he can easily connect with. That when he is down and out, he finds solace, comfort in the connections he has made in the house, i.e. the Wani X Handy twin sisters, and his friends like the Mbadiwe twins. There's also Suj and Tofa. And he made a lot of reference to these people I mentioned a lot of times during their diary session, especially when Big Brother would ask about housemates that has made a good impression on him, or housemates that he has built connections with, housemates that he's getting along with, or they as a team are getting along with. And when he gave that explanation that Victoria was not the sort of person that he could easily connect with or gel, guys, I was watching that. Wait, I don't understand. On the day of the launch show, the introduction that you people gave in your intro video was that a trip taken to Dubai sparked up a relationship or a friendship of a lifetime, and both of you have been thick as thieves ever since. Now, another angle to this, their friendship or whatever it is that is going on, is that their they both love each other's families. According to Victoria, his family is my family, we know each other's family, da, da, da. According to Victoria, I understand how he values his family, and I value my mom as well. You know, so you can tell that whatever is going on between these two people is actually deeper than face value. Whatever they are doing is just, guys, I don't know if it's an act, but Victoria said something, because it seemed like whatever they were saying, it wasn't really convincing enough, and Big Brother kept on probing, you know, by still asking or even advising them to, you know, understand, first of all, that they are in the house to play a game. So whatever it is that's going on between them, they need to sort it out. They need to find common ground, you know, to work together as a pair, as a team, as partners. Victoria, probably to solidify their claims that there was nothing really going on between, like there was no issue, they were not really at loggerheads with each other, had said that actually before they got into the house, that they had had a conversation and an agreement that each of them will get emotionally involved with other people, make other connections, emotional connections, ladies and gentlemen. They're not even talking about just mere friendships, but emotional connections, you know, just for the sake of the game, that they understand their stance. And according to her, she would not want to be in the game, in the house, with any other person other than Sean. So, putting together Sean's side of the story and Victoria's side of the story, ladies and gentlemen, I arrived at the conclusion that these people either have feelings for each other, or are currently dating, or are friends with benefits, and they understand that if they come into the house together with that romantic energy towards each other, that chemistry is still alive and fiery between each other, that they might not achieve their goal, which is the winning prize at the end of the season, or possibly what's it called now, elongate their stay in the house. So they are deciding that as part of their strategy, they'll keep a distance from each other and give the impression to the other people in the house that they are not romantically involved, so that they can penetrate other circles, you know, individual circles or maybe group circles, you know, just to get ahead in the game. Guys, this is what I'm actually thinking. I don't know. I'm not saying it's 100% fact, but this is just my conclusion, because at the end of their diary session, Big Brother still advised them and encouraged them to, you know, resolve whatever differences they have and just ensure that they play their game properly. And then before they left, Big Brother had said, oh, they should seal this resolution with a handshake. And the handshake, it was like they were trying to force it. Yeah, they were trying to force it. I think Big Brother even mentioned that, oh, Sean should not break Victoria's hand. Oh. And then when they left the diary room, they didn't even pause to look at each other and say anything nice to each other. Guys, it looked, I don't know, it looked forced. It looked forced. And then they went back into preparing for their task. My eyes are on those two people because as far as I'm concerned, there's a lot more than meets the eye with those people. Now, another diary session that I really enjoyed was the Shatoria'S diary session. That is the pair of Toby and Mayor. Ladies and gentlemen, just yesterday on one of my videos, I was giving those two people accolades for being very smart and quite calculative. Yeah. But during the diary session, Toby mentioned to Biggie that one housemate that he is very much attracted to and interested in is Casia. That the very first time he saw her, the moment she walked into the house, you know, you felt this sudden attraction towards her. And now the attraction has sort of simmered down, but it is still there and they are still cool, blah, 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 blah. In fact, I think after the diary session, he had gone ahead to have conversations with Casia. Now, guys, I was looking at Toby and I was just thinking, nah, this guy is acting confused right now. I don't know if he's confused for real, but this guy, it seems like he's actually confused because is this not the same person who was telling his partner Mayor yesterday that it was actually giving caps and lyrics to Casia? That Casia thinks she's found love in the house, but he's not particularly, you know, feeling things for the girl. That as a matter of fact, if he finds himself in a ship, he's going to, you know, jump out, remove himself from that ship. So him now expressing the magnitude of his likeness for this woman during the diary session, guys, I just found it quite hilarious because I'm thinking, bro, I hope you've not fallen in love with this girl, because Toby is trying to, you know, spread his net, right? He's trying to spread his net in the ocean of the women, you know, in the house or amongst the women in the house. So he's been having a lot of conversations with, what's her name now? Victoria. There is also, who else? Is it Nelly? The guy's been having conversations with other girls in the house. And it seems like he's probably trying to compare, contrast, and weigh his options. But for every time he goes around speaking to other girls, he still finds his way back to Casia. So, I cannot wait to see the hunter get hunted. Because it might seem as though that might end up being the case of Toby. But away from that, finally, I also thoroughly enjoyed the diary session of Nelita. Those girls are such girly girls. Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed their conversation with Big Brother and especially their laughter. Their laughter is so infectious. I really just loved listening to their laughter. But then Anita shared something that had actually transpired between herself and OC of the Mbadiwe twins. And according to her, it was more like a power play or some sort of condescending statement that OC had made towards her. From the details of what she shared, she was simply regarding the authority of the head of house by going to tell him or rather inform him about trash bags that were needed, you know, in the toilet. And the guy had just looked at her and said, oh, every little thing, is that you come to me? Is that why you're coming to me? Can't you just shout it out? Oh, Big Brother, we need trash bags, and Big Brother will attend to you. And for her, that was quite, you know, disrespectful. And it took her aback because for her, she was trying to regard the authority of the head of house by not overstepping, you know, or going ahead of herself to make such demands of Big Brother. She thought that she was doing the right thing, you know, and she had to call him out on it and tell him, listen, you don't talk to me like that. I'm only regarding your authority as head of house here, you know. And it was actually a big deal because later on, Onyeka was talking to OC about it. I mean, Onyeka had actually heard it from Anita. And so like an intercessor, she had gone ahead to, you know, have a conversation about it with OC and tried convincing him to go have a conversation about that drama with Anita so that they can squash off their differences. But OC was very insistent that he was not going to have that conversation with her because that is not the first time she did it. That ever since he became head of house, you know, she's been doing it. Not only her, other people have been doing it, and it just became quite unsettling for him at that point in time. So he had to stand his ground. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, for that one, I don't know what to say about that one yet. Yes, I don't know what to say about that one, but I think I'm kind of supporting OC on this one because, hey, as the head of house that he is. I have listened to him address the house, and 99% of the housemates have tagged him and his twin brother as respectful, as open-minded, and accepting of everybody's views in that house. So if Anita is complaining that she did not get the expected reaction she, from OC when she went to complain about trash bags, in my head, I'm already hearing OC's voice, how he would have responded to that situation. And I don't think his response came off malicious. Yeah. But I'm not saying that Anita is lying on the other hand. But so I'm just going to leave it at that, all right? Now, the last diary session of the evening was the one of Wani X Handy. And ladies and gentlemen, aside the Flourish diary session that I thoroughly enjoyed, Wani X Handy's diary session was another one that gave me so much entertainment. And listen, I must say this. You see those sisters? They are very entertaining. Yeah, they are very entertaining. They are a delight to watch. And hey, this is no campaign for these people. I'm not campaigning for them or anything, no, but I'm saying that naturally they are a delight to watch. It's like entertainment just comes to them naturally, and even people that was enjoying their diary session. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I'm going to stop talking right now. I would love to hear from you, your thoughts about all I have shared on this video, so please go ahead and share, and I will see you all on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Bbnaija. Thanks for watching and have an amazing day. Bye.